Okay, so we are done doing the first month of the Master's Hammer and Chisel. And we've mentioned it throughout the entire process that this program kind of had to grow on me anyway, and I think you feel the same way. But the first week that we were doing it, we were kind of, both of us were kind of like, I don't know about the program, I don't know if they did this right, I don't know if we're gonna like it. And especially after day 4, day 5, there was one workout that we really didn't like at all, and we were kind of getting bummed about it. But we said, let's stick it out, let's continue to work on the program. And in week 2, we started to pick heavier weights, we started to know the moves a little bit better, and all of a sudden, it was like week 1 you could just forget about. It was like that week never existed, because now, basically every day we get in the gym for 30 minutes, we get slammed and we feel exhausted at the end, and we feel like we got a very good workout. And even some of those are the same workouts we did in week 1. However, now that we know the program a little bit, especially like that stupid first day, the chisel balance, day 1 when we did it, yeah, it was hard, but we were so off balance, and we weren't sure the moves, and you're trying to watch, so you don't get the full effects of the workout. So now that we've been doing it for a month, feel really, really good about it. The mirror test is good. That's how we Casey said, it would have been nice if we had measurements, and she's right, it probably would have been, but we didn't know, going into this, we weren't really paying much attention. We didn't even know if we were gonna do a review every single day or whatnot. So, but the more we've gotten into it, the more we wished, well, we should have done measurements or whatnot, but we didn't. But the mirror test is always a good test. The scale test is always a good test. Well, I like the scale test. I'm a scale person. I like to kind of know where I'm at. So I feel really good. I feel like it's been a great month. I don't know how to explain any more than that.
Okay, so my perspective and review of it is
way different than his. No? All right, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
He thinks he knows me.
I thought she was gonna he doesn't know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Well, he doesn't. But I wasn't going to say that on camera. No.
Later.
No. What I was going to say is I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm with Phillip. You know, that first week I was still going to the gym and I was still doing my regular routines because I didn't feel like the first week was enough. I felt like I left going, not really feeling like I got a workout in. But by the second week, I started, I think I only did it the first 2 days of the second week, and then after that, I haven't been back to the gym since.
Not one time to the gym.
Not once. I actually canceled my membership at my gyms. Not just because of this program, but anyway. But yeah, so I haven't been to the gym, but I still walk away feeling like I got a terrific workout.
And when you say you haven't been to the gym, you also haven't done any other workouts but the Master's Hammer.
Well, Phillip, now that you've mentioned that, no,
all right.
I haven't.
I just wanted to clarify that, because just because you didn't go to the gym, are you doing double days, or are you doing a workout in the morning?
Days.
No, we don't do double days, but doing one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Some people do that, but I just wanted to clarify that. So this is your sole program.
It is.
Yeah.
So anyway, carrying on with my review. I have only been doing the Hammer and Chisel program. I haven't been going to the gym and doing an alternative routine. I haven't been doing anything extra here at the house. Now I can't guarantee that that'll stay how it is, just because I'm looking at my new home gym and I really want to go hit the squats right now. Actually, it's like calling me. But I actually feel like when I get done working out that I got a great workout. Now, if you watched our video right before this one, I had given a really good review about the power day. But I will tell you, this is probably one of the days that I would still want to go work out. Only reason I say that is because I don't really kill my muscle as far as no one part of my body is completely tired. But I felt like I got a good cardio.
I was just gonna say, but physically,
I got a great cardio workout out of it. So what I will say is, I know there's been a lot of questions about, with this program, I don't want to lose my mass, but I want to lose some body fat. And I think you have to understand, in any program that you do, It's just like I had to go through a bulking period where I had to eat more calories, and with eating more calories, you will put on a little bit more weight. Now, I tried to do a cleaner bulk where I wasn't putting on a lot of extra body fat, but I needed to have more calories in order to build the muscles. Now that we're doing this program, you can continue. There is, in the nutrition guide, there is a mass nutrition program that you can follow. For me personally, I have to eat about 2,500 calories a day in order to keep my mass. So would you. You'd have to do more.
I have no idea what I eat. I eat whatever she cooks.
He eats the same thing that I do.
2,500 calories then.
Pretty much. Anyway, so as long as you're fueling your body properly, you're not going to necessarily lose any mass. Now, I will say, again, with this one here, you don't get a lot of biceps. So, I think if I was to take my measurements right now, I think my biceps will have gone down a hair. I'll be interested. I want to do that when we get done with this, actually. Just because I worked really hard to get up to over a little hair over 13-inch biceps, but I think if you do it now, I'm probably a little over 12 and a half. I think I've had a significant loss in the biceps. Now, with that being said, every other part of me, like my back, I think my back looks really nice right now.
More defined than before we started the program.
As well as my legs. And even he was doing it right before we came in here. It used to be I'd carry most of my weight in my legs.
I used to be able to, this is gonna sound terrible, but I used to be able to pinch some fat on the front of the legs, you know? And I do it just because I'm mean, I guess. But, and she was standing there and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't. And they really have, they're very solid. I don't think that there's as much fat there, and so her legs look great.
So my legs, I did put on some weight during my bulking season, and like I said, where I carry mine, and a lot of females do, is in our lower half. So I lean out pretty easy at top. It's the lower half that I don't lean out in. But because I am doing this program, there is so much cardio in it, whether it's a pure cardio day or not. Most of the routines are almost a cardio day.
They're gonna raise your heart rate, yeah.
Because they are going at a faster pace because they're trying to cram so much into a 30-minute program. So where I would go and spend an hour and a half at a gym, I was still putting on some extra weight, and I wasn't doing my cardio sessions like I was supposed to. I was supposed to be doing 35 minutes of cardio twice a week. Didn't do it at all. Now that I'm doing this program, it's forcing me to do it. So I think my body fat percentage is probably starting to shrink down a little bit. And like I said, I don't feel like I've lost any mass in my legs as far as muscle mass goes. If anything, I've lost some fat in my legs. And again, the only other thing I could say is I probably lost some muscle mass in my back as well, just because I haven't been doing heavy deadlifts and I haven't been doing heavy rows, because the only other time we really do rows is when you're doing like a balanced row.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, I think if I was a male or a female that did Body Beast before, and I was trying to maintain as much mass as I could, my suggestion would be add on a bicep day and a heavy back day.
Okay, so with that being said, I will tell, where she hasn't done any other workout, it was funny because when we first started this, I said, this is the only program I'll be doing, but shortly after we got into it, I said, man, I don't want to lose the hard work I put in on my chest and on my back. For me, the hardest thing for me to build is chest. And my back usually looks pretty good. I usually have good muscle definition in my back. But this is what I've been doing. I have had, on Mondays, I do chest and back. And then on Tuesdays, I do biceps and triceps. I'm getting plenty of legs in this program. So I do, yeah. I've been doing heavy lifting on Mondays and Tuesdays, but the rest of the time it's been just this program. But and I don't do any more lifting after that the rest of the week. So, but I didn't want to lose the mass. So
that goes to answer some of the questions that we have been having. Is, I really enjoyed Body Beast and I really enjoyed all the muscle mass that I built, and I don't want to lose it. So those would be our suggestions. Add those in. You get plenty of pull-ups, so you don't have to worry about your V-taper at all. Like I said, if you just want the thickness in the back, then you still want to do some heavy rows and some heavy deadlifts.
Right, but the benefit of combining chest and back day and then bicep tricep day is you're only doing 2 days of weightlifting along with this program. So 2 days I was doing double days, but other than that, I really wasn't. So
yeah, and then the other thing I was going to say is, we don't really do a whole lot of ab focus times. And I would say my core is starting to take shape again, and it's because, again, you're using your core in so many different things that you're doing, from when she has you do those few minutes of the planks and those few minutes of the rows, or, you know what I mean, some of the balance things that you're doing. And even on today's day, you're using your core to help hold your body in place when you're doing your clean and jerks. So you are using your core in so many different aspects that I feel like my core is starting to take some shape there. So with that being said, going into the second month, I'm interested to see how the programs, if we're going to have any different.
We don't have any different workouts. We've done all the workouts. So it's just how they construct it. The first half was a little bit more of the, seemed like it was more of the chisel. And we were looking at the calendar. That one workout we really don't like. It only comes back, I think, one more time in the second phase. So, I'm thinking that it looks like there's going to be a little bit more of the kind of the heavier lifting type things in the second half.
Interesting. See, now you would think.
Well, maybe the first month they want you. I don't know. I don't know the philosophy behind it. Maybe the first month they're trying to slim you. Take off some of the fat.
But that's so backwards. Normally, in most programs, they'll have you put on your muscle mass in the beginning, and then the second half they want to shred you out. So I'm interested in this. I'm gonna have to, when we get done, I want to look at the program and see what it is, and maybe do some research on it, because that's an interesting thing. It's a 60-day program, so you would think they would want to keep the cardio level a little bit higher in order to keep the fat.
And maybe it is. Maybe, you look at the calendar. The calendar is it's not consistent whatsoever. It's not like a lot of the other programs, like P90X. In P90X, chest and back, day 1. Biceps, triceps, or whatever. And that's week 1. Well, week 1 is also week 2, is also week 3, is also week 4. And then you have week 5, week 6, week 7, and week 8 all match. And then 10, 11, 12. You knew what was coming. Same thing with P90X2 and P90X, P90X3, and any other program we've ever done. There's always been this consistency to it. But with this program, there really isn't. It feels like every day they kind of picked one out of the hat.
I was just sitting here thinking, I don't know, pick one out of the hat didn't bring it to my head. I don't know what it was. But the other thing I was going to say that I've noticed a difference in is my calves. I don't ever work calves, and when you're doing this one, because of like the balance day, I used to complain, and I still complain about, my calves hurt. That's a lot of calves day. On yesterday's program, I guess it was a lot of calves, the agility day.
Where you're tapping.
Yeah, and then Sagi's calves, I really don't count.
We do our
But you're hitting calves basically 3 times a week. So again, this program is really great on lower body focus. So I have noticed some calves. I have larger calves, and I've never really had calves. So that's one area I've always been kind of non-symmetrical with. So I'm excited. Well, I guess I really have, because they've been pretty. Never mind. I'm going to withdraw that statement, because they usually do keep up with my biceps. However, up until now, my biceps have outgrown my calves.
Yeah, your biceps shot past your calves. Yeah.
So I think now they're probably, because my biceps are coming down a little bit, and my calves are growing a little bit. So I think they're catching up with each other again. So, but anyway, I thoroughly have enjoyed month 1 minus the first week. I'm excited to see what month 2 has to bring us. And then after that, I think I'm headed back to just my regular.
And again, I think if you pick the right weights in week 1, you'll be fine. You'll like week 1. And maybe some of our reviews have helped you say, okay, I got to go grab some heavier weights. I don't want to go too light. And so that it's not that week 1 was terrible, because like I said,
those got great workouts.
Those are the same workouts we're doing. We're still using those workouts. It's not like those workouts went away. It's just that now we're doing the right weights.
It just goes back to during your first time doing anything, you don't know what to grab. And even
how did you like the week 1 of P90X2?
Oh, God, I hated it.
Hated it.
And it made me start to think, I had like P90. I did like 1 week of it, and it's on top of my refrigerator, and I've never done it again. And I'm actually sitting here going, maybe I should have finished the program, but not that one. That one's like a beginner program.
Yeah,
so I won't ever go back and redo it. But it does make you stop and think about all the programs that you have done, that the first week is pretty...
It's challenging to the mind because you're like, oh, I don't know if this... You're questioning it, you know? And so if you buy a program, and our main philosophy, like she said, maybe we, you know, started something real basic just to see what it was so that we could tell our customers what the program's all about. I never did the complete program of PILE. You did, but I didn't. 21 Day Fix, you did, but I didn't. 21 Day Fix Extreme, I did, she didn't. So, but by and large, what I do is I said, all right, for the next 60 days, I'm doing Masters Hammer and Chisel. And then I do those 60 days, whether I like it or not, I try to stick it out through those 60 days. And then after I'm done with this, me probably back to some P90X or something like that, because I love P90X. And one of the P90Xs. But we always try to commit to that, 90 days of this or 60 days of that. And so finish it. Do the whole thing.
So overall, in a nutshell, we enjoyed week 1 of how much?
Month 1.
Yes, month 1 of Hammer and Chisel.
All right. We'll see you for month 2. Keep following. Okay, Case.
Wait, am I lined up?
Yeah. Let me hold it for you.
Okay, you see it?
13 and a half.
Hurry, because I'm cramping.
Okay, so
Oh.
so then you were a liar.
I'm a liar. So my biceps have actually grown since I've done the program Hammer and Chisel in the first month. I've gone up almost ½ an inch in 1 month. Now, the only thing I can think of is from doing all the pull-ups, because you are using your biceps when you do that, because we have not done any bicep days. So I will retract my last statement of I think you need extra bicep days, because obviously 13 and a half, just shy of 13 and a half. So I've grown. That's awesome, actually, if you think about it, almost ½ an inch in 4 weeks. Gains for days.